The moment you stop chasing someone, a powerful shift occurs. Many believe that constantly pursuing someone is the way to secure their attention, but the truth is, there is a deep psychological reaction when you step back. Today, we're exploring what happens when you stop looking for a woman and why it triggers a complex range of emotions. We'll uncover the psychological reasons behind her reactions and how the principles of Stoicism can guide you through this dynamic, empowering you with inner strength and control. Lesson 1. The law of scarcity and its psychological power. When you stop looking for someone, you create a sense of scarcity. Scarcity, in psychological terms, refers to the idea that people value things more when they are less accessible. This law plays a significant role in relationships because, as you step away, the value a woman places on your attention often increases. The absence of your presence creates a void, which makes her reflect on the connection you once had. This reaction isn't purely emotional, it's deeply rooted in human psychology. People are wired to want what they cannot have. When your attention is no longer readily available, it forces her to think about you more, creating an effect where she may start questioning why you've pulled back. This triggers curiosity, self-reflection, and even anxiety about losing the connection. In Stoicism, this relates to the concept of apatheia, or emotional detachment. By pulling back, you demonstrate control over your own emotions and desires, showing that you are not dependent on external validation or constantly seeking affection. This makes your presence more powerful when you do engage, and more importantly, it strengthens your internal self-worth. Lesson 2. The power of space and absence. Stepping back creates space for reflection, both for you and for her. When you stop looking for her, you give her time to reflect on the dynamics of your relationship. Absence creates clarity. In your absence, a woman is left to evaluate what you brought into her life. Was it companionship, security, emotional connection, or something deeper? Absence often amplifies these realizations. Psychologically, absence leads to appreciation. The time apart can remind her of the positive aspects of the relationship that she may have overlooked when you were present. Human beings are known to take things for granted, but when something is missing, its value often becomes clearer. From a Stoic perspective, this ties into the idea of controlling what you can and letting go of what you cannot. By stopping the pursuit, you are letting go of the outcome and allowing things to unfold naturally. This can often lead to a more genuine and grounded connection, as it frees both parties from the pressure of constant interaction or forced outcomes. Lesson 3. Emotional impact and cognitive dissonance. When you stop pursuing a woman, she may experience a form of cognitive dissonance, a psychological state where her beliefs about how you feel about her and your new behavior, your absence, don't match. This inconsistency can create discomfort in her mind, prompting her to reconcile the difference by thinking about you even more. The emotional impact of this dissonance can manifest in a few ways. She may begin to question her feelings, wonder why you've pulled back, or even try to re-establish communication to regain control of the situation. This shift in attention from you constantly seeking her to her now, pondering your absence, often triggers a desire to resolve this cognitive conflict, which can bring her closer to you. Stoicism teaches us that by not allowing emotions to dominate our actions, we gain control over the narrative of our lives. By pulling back and ceasing the chase, you're showing that you are not a slave to your desires, which makes you more attractive from both a psychological and Stoic perspective. It shows resilience and an understanding that emotional responses should not dictate your behavior. Lesson 4. Reclaiming power through silence. Silence is one of the most powerful tools in human communication. When you stop looking for her, you essentially choose silence over constant communication, and this can be incredibly impactful. Silence leaves room for thought, mystery, and even intrigue. It allows her to wonder what you're thinking and why you've stopped reaching out. Women, like men, often need time to process emotions, and silence gives her that space. However, it also gives her the chance to miss you. Silence can be loud. It speaks volumes without saying anything at all. It forces her to confront her feelings for you, often leading her to seek you out once more to fill the void left by your absence. In Stoicism, silence is a form of wisdom. By not acting impulsively and letting silence speak for itself, you demonstrate patience, self-control, and emotional intelligence. It's a way of exercising control over yourself and the situation without exerting external force. Lesson 5. Triggering curiosity and reversing the pursuit. When you stop looking for a woman, her curiosity is piqued. As human beings, we are naturally curious creatures, and when someone who once gave us attention suddenly withdraws, we start to wonder why. Has he lost interest? Is he seeing someone else? What happened? This curiosity often compels her to reinitiate contact, flipping the dynamics of the relationship. Where you were once the pursuer, now she may begin to chase after you. This shift can be empowering because it places you in a position of control, but it's essential to handle this dynamic with respect and integrity. The Stoic approach to this situation would be to remain grounded and not let the newfound attention inflate your ego. Stoicism teaches the importance of humility and recognizing that attention or affection from others does not define your self-worth. When the tables turn, the key is to stay centered and true to your own values. Lesson 6. Building emotional independence. When you stop looking for her, it can give her space to build emotional independence, but more importantly, it shows that you are emotionally independent. People are naturally drawn to those who are secure in themselves and do not rely on others for their sense of identity or happiness. This independence is attractive because it demonstrates that you are self-sufficient and confident. You don't need her validation to feel complete, and this lack of neediness is something that often draws people closer. Independence suggests strength, and strength is inherently attractive. Stoicism places great emphasis on self-sufficiency and inner peace. By detaching from the constant pursuit of another person, you are cultivating a sense of emotional independence. This not only makes you more attractive, but also aligns with the Stoic ideal of finding contentment within yourself, regardless of external circumstances. Lesson 7. The fear of loss and its psychological effects. The fear of losing someone is a powerful motivator in human relationships. When you stop looking for her, this fear can surface, particularly if she believes there was a strong connection between the two of you. The fear of losing something valuable often makes us want it even more. In psychology, this is known as the endowment effect, where people place more value on things they believe they own or have a claim to. When you remove yourself from the equation, she may feel that she is losing something precious and may react by trying to re-establish the connection. From a Stoic perspective, fear of loss is something to be transcended. The Stoics believed that all things are temporary, and clinging too tightly to anything, whether it be material possessions or relationships, only leads to suffering. By demonstrating that you are not afraid of losing her, you embody a Stoic principle of detachment, which can be incredibly empowering and attractive. Lesson 8. Rediscovering her own feelings. Sometimes, people need space to understand their true emotions. When you stop looking for her, you give her the opportunity to reflect on her own feelings. Was she genuinely interested in you, or was she simply enjoying the attention? Without your constant presence, she may come to realize that she has deeper feelings for you than she initially thought. This period of reflection is important for both of you, It allows her to process her emotions without external pressure, and it allows you to evaluate whether or not you truly want to pursue the relationship. It's a time of clarity, and often it leads to a stronger connection if and when you do reconnect. In Stoicism, self-reflection is a critical practice. By stepping away, you allow her and yourself the space to reflect on what the relationship means. This aligns with the Stoic idea of self-examination and mindfulness, ensuring that both parties are acting out of genuine emotion rather than impulse or habit. Lesson 9. The long-term psychological benefits. By stopping the pursuit, you're not only affecting the present dynamics, but also creating long-term psychological benefits for both you and her. You are demonstrating that relationships should be based on mutual respect and attraction, not desperation or neediness. This sets the tone for a healthier and more balanced connection in the future. For her, it shows that you respect her space and value yourself enough not to chase endlessly. This can lead to a deeper level of respect and admiration. For you, it's a lesson in patience, self-control, and the power of emotional resilience. Stoicism teaches us that true power comes from within, and by not allowing your emotions to dictate your actions, you gain that power. You also set a precedent for future relationships, ensuring that they are based on mutual desire rather than constant pursuit.